Right now, you're breathing in and out. A simple, automatic rhythm you don't even have to think about. It's the most basic act of being alive. But that breath is only possible because you are wrapped in a thin, invisible blanket. A blanket of pressure we call the atmosphere. It's the only thing that keeps the universe from tearing you apart. You've seen it in movies. Someone's helmet cracks, and they instantly explode in a dramatic, bloodless pop. Or they freeze solid in a second, a silent, icy statue. You probably think that's what would happen to you. But that's a lie. It's a comfortable, cinematic lie designed to make the truth less horrifying. The reality is not quick. It's not clean. It's a personal, intimate, and systematic deconstruction of your body, second by second. And understanding what truly happens will fundamentally change the way you see yourself, this fragile machine you inhabit. This is the clock, starting from the moment you are exposed to the void. 1 second. The first thing you feel is not cold. It's confusion. Your brain, expecting sensory input, gets nothing. No sound, because there is no medium for sound to travel. A silence so absolute it feels like a pressure in your ears. Your body instantly tries to take a breath, a reflex it has practiced its entire life. But there is nothing to breathe, and the air already inside your lungs. It becomes a bomb. The pressure outside is 0. The pressure inside is 1 atmosphere. That immense difference forces the air to expand violently, rupturing the delicate alveoli in your lungs, the tiny sacs that feed oxygen to your blood. It would be like trying to hold a balloon in a vacuum chamber. The first rule of survival is the one thing your body would never think to do. Exhale. You have to let the bomb out, or it will go off inside your chest. 5 seconds. The panic is now screaming through your nervous system, but there is no sound. And something strange is happening to your skin. You feel a bizarre tingling sensation, like ants crawling all over you. This is the water in your skin starting to react to the lack of pressure. And it's not just your skin. The moisture on your tongue, the fluid lubricating your eyes, it begins to boil. Not from heat. This is a cold boil, a phenomenon called ebullition. At sea level, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. But in a vacuum, without any air pressure to keep the water molecules in a liquid state, the boiling point plummets to just below your body's own temperature. The very water that makes up 70% of you begins to turn into vapor. This isn't just a theory. In 1966, at a NASA test facility, a technician named Jim LeBlanc was inside a massive vacuum chamber when his suit depressurized. He was exposed to a near-perfect vacuum for a few brief, terrifying moments. The last thing he remembered before passing out was the sensation of the saliva on his tongue beginning to bubble. He felt his own body begin to boil. 10 seconds. The ebullition is now in full force. Your body starts to swell. Not explode, but bloat. The water vapor trapped beneath your skin expands, puffing you up like a grotesque balloon. Your own body becomes a prison. Your skin, incredibly, is elastic enough to stretch to nearly twice your normal size without tearing. You would be unrecognizable, a swollen caricature of a human being trapped inside your own flesh. Your eyes would bulge, your tongue would swell, but your tough, flexible skin would hold you together. You wouldn't pop. You would just expand. 15 seconds. This is a critical threshold. You are still conscious. You have been holding your breath your entire life to survive underwater. But here, it's what kills you fastest. The lack of oxygen is now hitting your brain. The world doesn't fade to black. Instead, your vision narrows, colors desaturate, and you experience a strange, detached euphoria as your brain cells begin to die. These are your last 15 seconds of meaningful thought. Your last chance to comprehend the silent, indifferent physics that are unmaking you. After this, you pass out. The show is over for you, but it's not over for your body. 30 seconds. You are now unconscious, drifting. But your body continues its struggle. Your heart is still beating, frantically pumping deoxygenated, frothy blood through your veins. The nitrogen dissolved in your blood, no longer held in solution by pressure, bubbles out, like opening a can of soda. These bubbles create embolisms, blocking blood flow to your organs, causing catastrophic, irreversible damage. Your skin, stretched taut, may start to turn a mottled blue-purple as capillaries rupture. But now, a new enemy enters the fight. It depends entirely on where you are. Are you facing the sun? If so, the side of your body exposed to direct, unfiltered sunlight is being cooked. With no atmosphere to scatter the heat, the temperature on your skin skyrockets to over 120 degrees Celsius. Hot enough to boil water on Earth, and certainly hot enough to cause horrific burns. But the side of your body in shadow? It's facing the absolute cold of deep space. Without air to transfer heat, your body heat radiates away into the void, and the temperature plummets to minus 160 degrees Celsius. You are simultaneously being burned and flash frozen, a grotesque testament to the universe's extremes. 60 seconds. Around the 1-minute mark, your circulation would likely stop. Your heart, starved of oxygen and fighting against a system full of vapor locks, would fibrillate and then cease. Your brain, which has been without oxygen for 45 seconds, is now suffering widespread cell death. Even if you were somehow rescued at this exact moment, brought back into a pressurized, oxygen-rich environment, the person you were is gone. The damage to your brain would be too profound, too absolute. 90 seconds. This is widely considered the point of no return. The cascade of failures is complete. Lungs ruptured, blood boiling, body swollen, heart stopped, brain dead. You are now, for all intents and purposes, a corpse. But the process isn't finished. The vacuum of space is not truly empty. It is flooded with radiation. High-energy cosmic rays from distant supernovas, charged particles from our own sun. On Earth, our magnetic field and atmosphere protect us from this constant, invisible storm. But out here, there is no shield. These microscopic bullets are now tearing through your dead cells, shredding your DNA, snapping the delicate chains of your genetic code. The very blueprint of you is being erased. So what happens next? Your body won't decompose in the way it would on Earth. There are no bacteria, no oxygen to fuel the process of decay. If you are in the cold, deep shadow, your body will slowly freeze solid, becoming a brittle, icy sculpture. If you are in the constant glare of a star, the water will eventually sublimate away, leaving a dry, mummified husk. You would drift. For years. For millennia. For eons. A silent, frozen monument to the fragility of life, sailing through the cosmic dark. A ghost ship made of flesh and bone. A traveler who left their protective bubble for just a few moments too long. Think about it. The thing that kills you in space is not a monster. It is not an alien force or a cosmic weapon. It is simply nothing. An absence. The absence of pressure. The absence of air. The absence of the one, very specific set of conditions your body evolved over billions of years to depend on. Your body is not just you. It's an atmospheric diving suit. A soft, organic machine designed to operate at the bottom of a 100-kilometer-deep ocean of air. Every single one of its functions is calibrated to that pressure. Take it away, and the machine doesn't just fail. It violently rebels against its new reality. So, right now, take another breath. Feel the air fill your lungs. Feel that gentle, constant pressure on your skin. That isn't just a passive background condition. It is an active, vital force holding you together. Every breath you take is an act of defiance against the void. Every heartbeat is a small, warm rebellion against the cold, silent, indifferent emptiness that fills everything, that is waiting just outside our thin blue sky. You are not just living in a bubble. You are the bubble, and it is the most complex, precious, and impossible thing in the entire universe.